Hi, Tanja Powell. So excited to be here. This is my first intentional video, not in nature, not out and about, since April, which is, it flew by and I had a really, really beautiful break, so to speak. A break for self, a break to focus on some other things, and a break to unbind and unwind to come back to my original blueprint more and more. And to me, that is a work in progress. I don't think you're ever done. And so today I wanted to talk about a few things and let's run through them. Yesterday was Halloween. I have some thoughts on that. Today is Day of the Dead, and I have some beautiful thoughts in the bridge on that. And then it's All Saints. And so we've been led to believe, perceive specific things. And I am going to read a little bit because I wanted to make sure that I got the information correct. And what I'm finding really profound is that we're all having this human experience and we're all going to move and ebb and tide in different ways. There's no perfect way. There's no, oh, I'm finished. This is an eternal journey. And this human experience is like just one part of it. So, my name's Tanja Powell, and I believe we're all having a human experience here. Energy cannot be created or destroyed, and our heart is always beating, we're breathing, and in this reality, we're energy beings. And so if energy cannot be created or destroyed, what happens when one transitions? Now, one could look at near-death experiences, and that can be quite profound for eye-opening. You might know somebody personal that's had an experience. You might have connected with ancestors or past loved ones. There's a lot of expansion going on in the moment as we remember. We're really remembering who we truly are. There's nothing new under the sun. There's just remembering. Everything's already been done. And so we may combine new things, create new things, but we went really deep into density to come in for matter. And matter is energy vibrating at different levels, frequencies. And so that leads me to, I've really come into in the past few months, especially studying the human vessel and how we are bioelectric. And so quite akin to a battery. And I've really been studying some information for self on how I can upgrade, like add certain foods, maybe baking soda and a really mineralized salt as a water drink and some lemon juice first thing in the morning. Having high vibrational food to break your fast with, which would be fruit. Some of the other things I've done, some ATP, which ATP is what the cell does to convert to energy and fire. Everything is energy. Your cells are always moving and talking and communicating. Disease is when the body is not in balance. And whether that be hormones, or you have an autoimmune, or you have, you have a cold or what we call a flu, it's your body innately getting rid of what it needs to get rid of. And so there's a whole path one can go down on that. Right now, I'm really focused on the bio side. And yes, I'm aware of parasites and parasite cleanses. And I don't want to go too far into that today. I really want to be able to just give you a little bit of an update on what's going on for us here. Norma Jean's studying hard as usual. And we've been having some beautiful adventures and experiences. There's a lot for us to catch up on together. So I'm going to save those adventures. And actually, I think my daughter's going to put a video together for me of all the adventures that I've done since April to share with everyone, and all the beautiful places we've been and the experiences I've had. I've been all over the place. And a lot of it was not intentional. It would just show up, like a friend invited me here, or my cousin invited me there, or I'm dog sitting here over on Salt Spring Island in beautiful British Columbia right now. And she flew me over so that I could take care of her dog. And we've been having a great time. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. And I get to eat what I want when I want. And last night I had popcorn and cucumber for dinner. Not so sure how that fits into the bioelectric, but I enjoyed it very, very much. All right. So let's talk about yesterday was Halloween, October 31st, or Samhain. And I have Welsh background. So Wales comes in, and the whole Celtic and the history behind that. And it was an opportunity as the harvest season closed to open the next chapter, which is, in a way, it gets darker earlier. We're saying goodbye to the sun. We're closing a chapter. And it's an opportunity to thank our ancestors, to be appreciative. And it gets dark earlier. It's easier to connect with your ancestors, with past loved ones. And that rolls right through Halloween, or sorry, to Day of the Dead, which is this honoring of the dead and having gratitude for them and what they've shown you, and a remembrance for those who went before us, for those who didn't have the opportunities we've had, or the opportunity to expand our consciousness the way we have. So we all know that our DNA, it's all connected. My grandmother's, DNA is within me. The blood within the cells are passed down and down and down. And so I often say we came in to clear the lineage to rise up together. So we're not doing this alone. We've always got support and guidance. And on this day, I really honor that. I really honor, and that's actually why I'm here, is because my girlfriend's dad passed away about 3 months ago, and she's gone down to Mexico to see a friend to celebrate that. And I was like, of course I'll come. I honor that you're even asking, and this is such a good opportunity for you. So she's been grieving for a bit and going through those motions, and it's really beautiful that she's done this. And so I'm just keep giving her beautiful updates about Kira and the hikes we're doing and what we're up to. And so there's that honoring going on, and I'm sure there's much more detail, something about marigolds, and of course lighting the candles to connect with them. Oh, and so for yesterday, wearing the masks of animal and skins to ward off other spirits, that unwanted spirits. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. So you can see how this has moved into the now times, and the kids going around and knocking on doors. And it was more about food and exchange than it was about candy, right? Not to say there weren't treats involved, but certainly not the level that it's become. And it's not something to be scary and feared. It can be something to be celebrated. And those kids, I honor all those kids getting to be something they don't get to be. For the rest of the year, they get to dress up. Like, that lights me up. I love seeing that. That was really important to me as a kid. And it's something that can be honored just in a little softer, more nuanced way, without all the candy. And I'm sure many people are celebrating more that way. Last night, my daughter went with some friends. They got dressed up. They went and did an escape room, went out for dinner, and then went to a friend's and watched a movie. That's a great way to celebrate, in my opinion. And they escaped the room, even better. So there you go. And then it goes into the All Saints, and I'm trying to remember the All Saints, but that was also a celebration. So this little period is like this window of letting go. And it doesn't just have to be remembering to connect with past loved ones. It can be honoring yourself within and what you've gone through and what you let go of, and that every mistake was a lesson. And that's something to be honored, not to go, oh, I failed, right? This is a good time to let go of those. You could write them out and burn them. Hey, we're coming up to a full moon too. So, and this is the beaver moon, and it's a super moon too, I believe. And so these times that we're in, of going from one season into another can be very honoring. And so, yeah, I wish for everyone to take a few moments and honor yourself as well. Okay, I honor you. I honor you for listening and staying this long if you're still here. And I also want to share some really important updates for Adventures for Connection. We are going back to Egypt in May of 2026 from the 9th to the 19th. It's a 10-day adventure, and it's for those that are called. If you've been called to Egypt, you know. Those that have come in for various reasons, but all of them said, no, it was a hell yes, I had to go. And so we're creating this collective now online. We start next week, and we will do a live with Ashala, who's coming as well, Ashala Yardley, who we've had on the show before. And she will be joining us in Egypt. And we're getting together online as a group prior to the event so that when we all get there, we know each other. We're doing a one-on-one with each person and doing an genealogy report and sharing any questions or concerns they might have, as I am the hostess container along with Norma Jean for this, and Ashala, of course. We're only taking 12 people, including us. There may be a 13th that shows up, and it could be that that's Amir, our lovely guide. And we plan on doing the pyramids, but we stay in a private home. We plan on going to Karnak, going to the original Isis temple, as well as a few other surprises. And I really love surprises, so I don't want to spoil them for anyone. And yeah, it's a great opportunity to take the masks off and to see yourself and the true power that you are. And that is my wish for everyone at this point, to remember how powerful you are and bring that home with you. And then we continue afterwards, and we'll continue as long as people want to continue. We're coming back online. Norma Jean and I are going to host with Santos Bonacci on his school channel, and we'll get some links out about that. And if you know, he's like, I honor so much for the wisdom keeper he is and what he shares with everyone. Mr. Astrology Online, his YouTube channel came back just the other day, which is incredible because it's been gone for a while. And so very excited to connect with him and speak with his community, and then in turn have him come on our show. So I'm reaching out to more people to bring them in again so we can share and lift everyone up together. And yeah, I don't know what unfolds next fully. I'm really open to possibilities. And one of those possibilities is that I get in my car by myself and head south down the coast to San Diego and have stops on the way. My cousin's in San Fran. And then, so if anybody's along that route, definitely reach out and let me know. And then crossing over New Mexico and across the bottom over to Florida, where I'm likely meeting another friend. And so it gets me really excited. I've been talking about this conscious convoy for so long that I really just want to get out there and start connecting with people. The other part, the secured party creditor. Secured party creditor, it is taking yourself out of the public and into the private, from being a debtor to being a creditor, and protecting all of your assets, your children, property you own, any crypto or life insurance policies, vacation homes that you may have, gold, silver. You can put that all within this trust to protect it. And that is a journey that not everyone wants to take, and that's okay. It's one that I've taken, and I'm about 6 months in, and it's been really profound because it's led us down some interesting segues in other ways, especially around human rights. and the fact that all of the countries in the world except Saudi Arabia signed an agreement to honor the human rights, and all of them have broken that. And so, how can we bring that forward more so that people realize your intrinsic human rights supersede any government laws? Mm, put that in your pipe and smoke it. Funny that I get that. So, figured that was pretty interesting. And so, yeah, life is an adventure. And I've really been just lighting up around that. I'm singing more, I'm out in nature more, I'm doing what I want more. I found through going back into Powell painting over the summer, it was quite a beautiful little journey in itself to remind me of some really specific things about self, heal some things about the past with previous clients. It was like a reunion year for me. All my previous clients came back, and I'm like, oh, that's really interesting. Let's see what unfolds next. Huh? So, that would be those things coming up. We're going to get the newsletter going again. The website's going to go back up soon. We do have the Egypt page on there, and we're going to have some other offerings coming up, including those who are interested in becoming a secured party creditor. And I am likely going to do some more group events. And I've been working with people still on on the QT, so to speak. And I'm really grateful for anyone that's referred someone. Thank you. I appreciate it. I love connecting with souls. And I'm finding a new little cool niche that's been working beautifully. It's around these businesses that are trying to rise up and grow and show up and be anew. It's this transition from moving from a job, we'll call it, including self-employment, from that job, because that's what I'm calling it, into the more energy healing, sound baths, EFT tapping, whatever that might be. And so, looking at the business model, I'm so good at looking at business models and seeing the architecture of it. I am an architect. I'm a really big energetic container, and I see things in a different way than most. And I see possibilities and what could unfold if they're called to do it. So it's not fixing things for you, it's working with you to empower you and help you to rise up. So we're in for some really interesting few months, but you've all been ready for this. The eye of the storm. I haven't been watching much at all. For example, the Three Eye Atlas. There's so much going on around psyops around things. It makes it just go like, I don't want to watch any of it. What do I feel? What happens when I meditate or do breath work for self? That really deep breath in, fill the belly. And I'll do more meditations. So I don't know how much I'll be going live. We'll definitely be doing some more shows and having some fun, and some of those will definitely be live. We're going to be keeping a few more things private under the website, because those things are not going to be taken down elsewhere, and we can operate more in the private than we can in the public, given our standing. And so I invite you, reach out, connect, leave me a comment. How are you? How are you doing right now? I do communicate with some of you, and I look forward to connecting with you all again more. And please have a beautiful weekend. Remember, full moons are for releasing. Let go. What can you let go of? What can you be grateful for? What can you write out and burn? And remember, the attitude of gratitude will take you far. It really, really will. When you operate with more love in your heart and you raise your vibration, and that's the frequency you're sending out, the birds sing more. People respond to you differently. Like my flight back from San Fran, I'm on the cheapest Air Miles flight. that I booked. I had a bag. She's like, "Oh, you're not really supposed to have that bag at your fair." And I'm like, "Oh, they didn't say anything to me in Vancouver." "Yeah, well, they're not quite charging yet, but let me check it for you." I said, "Okay, no problem." So he checked my bag and then I kindly said, "Oh, hey, I was wondering, is it possible to get an aisle seat? Because I didn't get to pick a seat." And she puts me in the first row after business class or whatever it's called and puts me in the first row with all that leg room. And I'm like, huh, that's awesome. Like I was so excited because, hey, that was cool. And I just, every day, what magic will show up today? And you would be amazed at what can happen when you're not in watching fear porn and you're staying out of a lot of the drama trauma out there right now. And you just stay centered within yourself. Do you? It's the only one that there is. There's only one you. Do you. And remember, I love you.